Hi Dan, I'll address this in two parts because you have to fix something first so then we can take a look at actually positioning it. The logo here. Let's take a look at the logo with the inspect element. The width of the logo, and look when I hover over it. The image width is actually 360 pixels wide by 60 high. So basically it's a transparent PNG with a whole bunch of blank space on one side. Now what you need to do is chop that down so it's more square. Then what can happen is when the page resizes, this can now float more in the middle like it's supposed to do. But let's take a look at this. Inspect element. And you can see in the video when I highlight over, that's the actual width, though the logo is actually centered. The problem is the image within the PNG of the logo is over on the left-hand side. That could be simply fixed by, tell you what, I'm going to fix it for you, send it to you, and then away you pop it into the page and replace the existing one. But you have to change that width from 360 down to whatever size it's supposed to be, or whatever size it is. Probably 60 by 60 would work. I don't know, I hope that makes sense. But your image is 360 wide by 60 tall, so that's the problem. Now, you said the social icons push things too. You can hide those. If you want to have them at the bottom of the page, then what you have to do is actually place a copy of these. Same, you have to go into your social icon code. You have to copy that into the footer, and then you have to apply that visibility, those styles from Bootstrap to hide them on desktop. And let's go to the Bootstrap website, because if you understand the responsive helper classes, then you can do a lot of additional things for mobile. And this is where designing for mobile comes in. Actually, there we go. Now, responsive utilities. We click here. Okay, so basically you would take your social icons. You can have them in the page twice, have them show up at the top for desktop, hide them on mobile, have an extra set, an exact copy in the footer, hide those on desktop, but display them in mobile. And what you could do is simply use additional classes to do the hiding and the displaying. Here, I'll give you an example. Right. So you go to your library, you go to your shared and your social icons right here. Okay, grab this whole div class right here and copy it and go to your footer and paste it in after all the other bits and pieces. But what we want to do is we want to hide this on desktop and only have it display while in mobile. So what you're going to do for this div class of social icons is we're going to go back to our Bootstrap website right here. And basically we want to hide it on, let me see here, on desktop. So hidden large. So we want to add hidden large, right? And then we want to put another one here, and we also want to hide it on medium devices, which is going to be your, and it doesn't really matter. You can actually have them displayed on the desktop too if you want to. Why not? Nobody's going to get onto the footer. There's extra social icons. But then you can layer in these different classes here, if you see what I'm saying. So you can actually hide things on one and not the other. And then for the social icons here, you can actually hide these for mobile. Right? So you go back to Bootstrap and you go, okay, small device, I want it hidden. This is the class I use. Right? Copy that. You go to your page and then you just add that. You go social icons, space, and then hidden XS. So XS is basically a phone. Now these icons won't show on a phone, but they'll show, because you've copied them into the footer, they will show on your phone, but not show on your larger monitor or your tablet in landscape. So that's just an example of some of the things you can do. Like I said, the other thing is resize your logo, and then it'll center in the page.